Securing Backup Data for Compliance Using S3 Object Lock. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. Understanding the use of S3 Object Lock for compliance and data backup. In today's digital era, ensuring data compliance and security is paramount for businesses across all sectors. One of the robust solutions offered by Amazon Web Services, AWS, for data protection and compliance is the S3 Object Lock. This feature enables you to store objects using a write-once-read-many (WORM) model, which helps prevent object deletion or modification during a user-defined retention period. By leveraging S3 Object Lock, businesses can meet regulatory requirements and safeguard critical backup data from accidental or malicious changes. Requirements and setup. Before starting the setup process, it's essential to understand the prerequisites and environment needed to utilize S3 Object Lock effectively. You need an AWS account with permission to create and manage S3 buckets, enable Object Lock, and perform related tasks. Step 1. Setting up an S3 bucket with Object Lock feature. Log into AWS Management Console, access your AWS account and navigate to the S3 service. Create a new S3 bucket. Click on Create Bucket and provide a unique name for your bucket. Choose the appropriate region and proceed to the next step. Enable Object Lock. In the Advanced Settings section, select Enable Object Lock during the bucket creation process. This step is crucial, as it cannot be enabled after creating the bucket. Configure default retention settings. You can set default retention settings, including retention mode, governance or compliance, and retention period, to ensure that all objects uploaded to the bucket adhere to these rules. Step 2. Uploading backup files to the secured S3 bucket. Prepare backup files. Ensure that your backup files are ready for upload. This can include databases, system images, application data, etc. Upload files to S3. Use the AWS Management Console, AWS CLI, or AWS SDKs to upload your files to the S3 bucket with Object Lock enabled. You can also automate this process using scripts or third-party tools. Step 3. Overseeing and administering retained backup data. Monitor retention policies. Regularly review and monitor the retention policies applied to your S3 objects. Ensure that the policies align with your compliance requirements. Auditing access and actions. Utilize AWS CloudTrail to track actions performed on your S3 objects, ensuring transparency and accountability. Adjusting retention settings. If necessary, adjust retention settings based on regulatory requirements or changes in business policies. This can be done via the AWS Management Console or AWS CLI. AWS CLI techniques for supervision and administration of retained data. You can efficiently manage and supervise your retained backup data using the AWS CLI. Here are some essential commands. Enable Object Lock on an S3 bucket. AWS CP Create Bucket Bucket, your bucket name Object Lock enabled for bucket region your region. Apply retention settings to an object. AWS CP Put Object Retention Bucket, your bucket name, key, your object key retention mode equals compliance. Retain until date equals 2025-01-01-TOO:00:00Z. Check object retention status. AWS CP Get Object Retention Bucket, your bucket, name key, your object key. By utilizing these AWS CLI commands, you can streamline the administration of your backup data, ensure compliance, and enhance data security. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.